Who is your class captain here? Do you mind to lead the prayer? So, who is your class? So, good afternoon everyone. By the way, my name is Robian D. Pimentel, but you can call me Bumblebee. So, before you may take your seat, kindly arrange your chairs and pick up all the scattered piece of papers under your chairs. Okay? And now take your seat. So, who is your class secretary here? Who is absent? Okay, that's good. So, before we formally start our lesson for today, let us have first a short activity. This activity is what we call Source Hands What's Missing. And observe or identify what is missing. So this one is news headline, why all guys keep red inside. So based from that news headline, what do you think is missing? Anyone? Yes, anyone? This is stand up. Okay. Okay, aside from question mark, what else? What do you mean? From the title of the activity, Source Hands, what's missing? Yes, Ivo. True. And? Okay, what else? What do you mean? Anyone? Yes, Iha. Context. What else? Okay, so based from the news headline, it was the headline included, right? So before you believe in that headline, what are the things that you need to consider or to know before believing the headline? Anyone? Yes, Iha? Yes, very good. Citation. What else? Aside from citation. Anyone? Okay. Hindi ba kayo bibigay number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. People. This is that. Yeah. So what are the things that you need to consider before believing the headline? What are the things that you need to consider before believing the news headline?
Checking other headlines or any supportive books or literatures to put your side. First, you will especially read first other headlines, supportive documents, read other books that gives attention about when you're kailangan mo for reading.
Okay, moving on later. See what else? Anyone? Okay, so before we reading a news headline, it is important to consider the date, the author, or the publication of that news headline. For example, this one. So as can you see here, this is the title of the news article, the page, the publication date, and the author. So now we have. Okay, so before we go into our lesson, kindly please read the learning objectives. Everyone. Go.
The student should be able to sources and forms of academic dishonesty. Be able to demonstrate comprehension by completing written exercises that apply the lesson concepts. C. Show deeper insight by actively participating in interactive discussion and sharing relevant reflections.
Okay, so there are two lessons that we are going to discuss today. The criteria in evaluating sources and forms of academic dishonesty. But let us first discuss the first one, the criteria in evaluating sources. So there are 6 essential criteria in evaluating sources. First is author's credentials. So everyone, can you read?
Author's credentials. Do the author's education, job experience, and area of expertise show that they have made important contributions to the topic? Are they recognized as an expert in their field? Have other specialists reviewed their work?
Okay, so these are some of the questions that we need to consider in seeking good information on author's credential. So, if we are looking for reliable information, it is very important to consider author's credential because their knowledge and experience can tell us that their information or the source can indicate that it is accurate, right? The next one is the purpose. Who is the source created? Who is the intended audience? So, for example, you are reading a blog post about a product review, and the website, we take the website by the company, and then they post on a positive review about the product. Would you believe that it is? Would you believe that it is reliable? Not right. So that's why it is very important to understand the purpose of the source. So who is the intended audience? It's you, student, or the public group. So question: why do we need to consider purpose when seeking good information? Anyone? What do you think? Why do you need to consider purpose when seeking good information? Sino kayo nagigyan ng
13.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13. Iha. Why do we need to consider purpose when seeking good information? Kindly find Okay? Aside from what she said, what else? Anyone? Try to give the number. 8? 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Zero.
To avoid that,
Please stand. What's the next? Yes, ikaw.
For me, when it's to consider for communication to avoid misunderstanding and to be straight to the point.
Okay? So understanding purpose helps us to identify whether it provides facts or entertain us. So if we ignore purpose, we end up using misleading or inaccurate information. That's why it is very important to consider purpose in seeking good information. So next one is the content. Everyone, find the view.
Content. That's the source of providing information.
Already is all the topic presented fairly, correctly, and accurately.
So, for example, you are working on your research paper about climate change and you found a book on explain the meaning of climate change, but it skips the other important part like the cause or the effect of climate change. Would it be helpful? No, because a good content should be complete and accurate. That's why. Yeah. So, why do you think is the important of considering content and seeking good information? Based from the definition, what is the importance of consider the content and seeking good information? Of course, the content, it provides an enough information, right? So why is it important to consider content and seeking good information? What are the things that we need to consider? One? Ino, kindly give the number. One. This is that. Come again? Please try to speak in English. Aside from that, what else? 81. No one? Can I give you a number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why it is important to consider content? The content is seeking new information. It's important to consider content. We need to know the content is reliable. Yes, exactly. We need to consider content if the source or the information is accurate or reliable. Next is the publication and format. One spirit. Accurate and try to explain it on your own based on your own understanding. Okay, you know the details first before you go into write critique. Yes, exactly. So, where was it published? It is in a book. Try to look for a book that the publisher is very well known, because if you are going to use a book that the author or the publisher of that book is not that too expert enough, well, it can give you relevant information. So that's why it is very important to consider this publication in format in reading information. So why do we need to consider publication and format in seeking good information? Anyone? Anyone? Kaya kayong
We need to consider publication and format and seeking good information because some publications do not give the right information you are seeking, especially if it is not a government publication. Parang mga kapag for example, ng Google Scholar, yung dito ginagamit sa atin. Pero but if you use another website, unlike Google Scholar, and if you find a topic that we're trying to seek there, we not say like the topic that we're trying to find in that we found in Google Scholar, and the topic we found in another website. In the Google Scholar website, it gives us a proper guide map. But in the other website, in the other publication website, it doesn't really give us a proper guide map.
So now let us proceed to the next one, the relevance. I'm hearing it. Wants to read and try to explain based from your own understanding. Anyone? Let me see. Liha, you want to read? Come on, describe. Stand up. Okay. Ito, can you call some of your classmates?
The source related to the work, it needs to be related to show
I
the
see you first.
relevant. Is the source related to your work? How does it connect to your research? Does the material address the topic you are discussing? Is it related to the subject? How it needs to be related to your work. To show the significance. To show the significance of your source of your work. How does it connect to your research? needed to have the give answer to us. When the people hear research, they need to know that the sources that you put in your work or in your research are correct.
Okay, you know, okay, yes, you're correct that the source should be related to your topic, right? Or to the work that you are doing. Of course, why would you get some information or source that are not related to your topic, right? So the next one is documentation. So kindly read everyone.
Documentation. Decide its own sources. Are the sources reliable? Do the sources allow proper verification of the origin of the information used?
So wants to try to expound more based on your own understanding. Does it cite its own sources? Are the sources reliable? Do the sources allow proper verification of the origin of the information used? Yes. Anyone? Ito kay di
Mario.
Mario.
What obviously we need documentation for us to know if the sources is reliable and credible. Like what you said earlier, if the author of the published article or information is well known, it is automatically reliable. Well, if it is not well known, we will doubt the information given.
Yes, exactly. What else? What else? Any idea? Aside from Mariel. Ihol? What to try? Seems like you want to answer. Yeah?
As what Maria said, it is important for our documentation for us to know if the sources are reliable or it has proper verification of the information that is used.
Yes, it is very important to consider documentation for us to know if the sources is reliable or accurate. So, since that we don't have enough time already, so what again are the six essential types of criteria in evaluating sources? Those who want to answer kindly raise your hand. What is the first one? Criteria in evaluating sources. Yes, we have. Yes, author's credential. What else? Yes, we have. Purpose. What else? We have. Content. Content. What else? Yes, we have. Publication and format. What else? Yes, we have. and documentation. So those are the 6 types of criteria in evaluating success. So next meeting, we are going to